Alright, let's start it up. We are back in another game of Deceive Inc. We're playing Sasori here today. We got weapon 3. That wine bottle was blocking my vision. Alright, let's get right to it. Nothing in here. So we got weapon 3 Sasori. One of my favorite ways to play Sasori right now. Just because it was, I mean, it's been a long time since weapon 3 was bad at this point, but like I still remember it, so we're still kind of making up for lost time in my head, and it's just a really fun way to play the character with the debuff focus stuff. So in light of that kind of play style, we have the expertise 1, which is going to poison everyone we hit. It's going to poison our weapons and then makes our weapons apply the poison debuff. And when we hit a debuff target, we get +4 damage. So our needles themselves don't do a whole lot of damage. I'm going to have to break in here myself. I was kind of hoping to follow someone, but there's literally no one around. Ooh, I lied. There's someone. Nice. Now we get to save a bunch of intel. Now I lost. Oh yeah, so we get +4. Base, we do about 10 damage. So those are the numbers, and then I think it's 12 to the head because we do 16 with 1 debuff. And then normally we also run this build with the passive one, which gives trace. I think we just saw some at the last second there. No, that was the Doug we were playing around with earlier, following around. Did I hear another keycard? I heard another keycard. But so normally we have passive 1, which gives all our poison targets trace. So that means when we apply poison, we also apply trace. I didn't hear it over there. And that gives us... No, I don't know. I must have hallucinated a keycard maybe. Okay. So yeah, those 2 debuffs give +8 damage, obviously. But we're not running passive 1, we're trying passive 3. Passive 3 does 2 things, and really only one of them is important. So not important to us, probably, is your poison lasts longer. It's about 50% longer. I believe, and I'm not 100% on these numbers, I think it might be in the description though, if I remember. It goes from 8 seconds to 12 seconds time poisoned, which is a long time. It's not really relevant to us because with our passive 1, as long as we're hitting needles, they're gonna stay poisoned. It might be if we get like neutralized after our first shot because that will turn off our poison, but for the most part, it's not really gonna matter to us. Someone spawned here, probably went to A, might be the fighting we heard. But the second part is going to matter. So the second part is whenever we deal damage to someone who is poisoned, we are going to get expertise cooldown back, which for us means that I need to fight you. Oh boy. Okay. Jeez. Ow. Don't follow me through that door. We need to turn that off so I can turn it back on. Okay, come on. I do have the ability to sit here if I need to, although I can't. Not good. I need a disguise change and probably just to sit because it's the least sus way I can do stuff. Okay, and the person's walking away from our dot. That's great. I think we've escaped the cab who investigated us, at least for now. We did touch a bunch of doors though, so we'll see. We might just have to sprint across the map. Okay, so this build kind of has 2 weaknesses in general when you use passive 1 with weapon 3. It's when you get ambushed, because you got to take a second to apply poison to all your stuff. And then also if you don't have your ability up, you can't poison anyone and you get no debuffs. So the idea with the passive 3 here is that moment of no debuffs just won't occur. Wondering if this guard is the cav. I feel like no. Ooh. We're just gonna be on our way, I guess. Oh, that guard turned around and I wasn't really expecting her to. There's another one here though. I think we're actually just going to ignore that guard and go probably across. Okay, I can't ignore the guard with the hat, though.
Don't miss anything.
Across the map to D and E. This will give a big buffer zone where the cav might be looking for stuff I've touched, and well, I won't have touched anything. I kind of wanted that ammo, but I'm going to go all the way, I think, into E before we try to touch anything else. There's like VIP walking. So anyway, yeah, the two biggest like times you're most vulnerable, two Dougs leaving at the same time. Yeah, probably fine. I don't see either moving any weird, no weirdness. Yeah. Yeah. Oop. I think that might be the cav behind me. Although why would the cav be behind me? There was a running guard. Where are you going? You look player for sure. Oh my gosh, that was the victory. All right. Well, we'll keep up the Sasori talk next game. Yeah, that was crazy. Apparently, I don't know what happened, but I mean, we killed a couple people and wow, yeah, I don't know what happened, but there must have been some fights around the map for sure. We heard 2 or so, but we showed off the build okay. That cav did kind of shoot us first, and we were okay. So we'll go for game 2 as always, and we'll keep talking about the story and see how we do again. All right, we are back with game 2 here. Our last game ended a bit abruptly on us, and we were kind of mid-conversation about how the passive is supposed to shore up one of our weaknesses. And so just to kind of finalize what I was saying there, can we get this through the bars? Nice, solid hitboxes. Look at that. I don't think I've ever tried that before. I don't think I've ever needed to. I opened the door. Nope, I didn't. Okay. And no gamble box. All right, so again, this is supposed to show up a weakness of it's going to make our expertise basically never go on cooldown. So that's really good. As long as we're hitting a couple darts on the target before they die, like they have more than 1 HP basically, which, you know, if someone's walking around with no HP, well, I guess the worst case scenario behaves as usual, right? So it's only upside. That'd be weird. Now I'm just thinking of a passive at a downside. Anyway, staying on topic for once, maybe, no? So, yeah, it's supposed to show up that weakness. And the cost of this sort of, you know, making less weakness there, or lack of weakness there, I don't really know what I'm saying. There's a fight in front of me. Is we lose about 4 damage a dart, which is a significant kind of loss. Oh, if she's going into A, and we're going into A, we're going to look hella sus, even though this isn't the person whose disguise I took. Okay, well, we were saved by the fact she's not going into A. Shoot.
Already out.
Shoot. Okay. Ooh. Okay. No big deal. Who needs full ammo anyway? We're gonna get this first, because this is our social battery. Which is gonna screw us over if this is a purple instead of a gold. Are you going in? They are.
Looks like you have found a vault.
Oh wait, I need to. Oh no, there was another. Okay, yeah, there was another elite guard. I don't want coming in here and doing the thing, so we're gonna do this. This is a bad chair to sit in, and I'm not going to bother to hack that because from this angle, this works out. Seems like they were running after someone. We're going to try to heal up as quickly as possible and get a plus 15. Then we'll finish what we're talking about. Because I'm not totally sure what that shot was. An ace, maybe?
You get 1 star on your report.
Yeah, okay, there we go. We're going to go out and look kind of normal.
Bringing back memories I'd rather forget.
Really? Again? They changed the skies.
You did well. Take some time now. There's luck in leftovers.
Where did the...
Close by, but where?
Come on, where did you guys see him? I'm pretty sure I know what they're disguised as. I just don't know where they went. Shoot. They're a civilian with a black top and a skirt. I forget the civilian's name. But we saw the dot on the gun. That's how the Octo figured it out. Ay. Okay, well, the Chavez got away. That civilian right there. I don't know if they're that specific one, but that's what they were disguised as. So... I wonder if they're that sitting guard. We're investigated by a cav. The last things we touched were an A. Don't mind if I do on that. They're gonna know we're a Doug. Let's just sprint up to C. Alright, one thing I'm gonna do is pop this and then turn it back off. Which apparently doesn't refund the cooldown. I don't know, it looked bugged, so that's why I did that. And it seems like that might have been a good idea, because it seems like it might have been bugged.
There is no vault terminal in this area.
So we're assuming we're holding, that was the purple we picked up, and whoever else killed the actual guy we took it from has the key card. But that's alright for us. So yeah, we were talking about how it was showing up our weakness, and we were basically done the conversation. We just lost 4, basically we've lost 4 damage per shot by not taking the trace. And we're going to try to make up for that by using the sword more. You saw me in the first game use that a lot more. If you're used to me playing this, I don't really use the sword too much. And yeah, so we're going to be trying to use the sword a lot more because we're kind of shoring up. We've created a different weakness. And that's really all I wanted to say about it. I guess I could go on and talk about the sword, because we don't use it much. It does do 15 damage, not too bad. It does have a sword cooldown, like all Sasori's swords, so you can't just spam it. So, even though it's only 15 damage, it also provides a slow, which is another debuff, which is why we actually want to use it. Should have said that. That's kind of important. Yeah, that's really it. Sword can give us the debuff, but I don't really like to use it. I think the cooldown on it's very long. Don't really like to lead with it. The slow doesn't last very long. You only get like 3 or so darts, maybe 2 or 3. I think it's not very many darts with the slow on once you get through that sword cooldown. So that's why I usually don't like to use it. I just don't think it's really worth it. Yeah, that's really it. I'm gonna hack this open. Oh, it's probably gone given the safe's gone here. Kind of weird run there. What the heck? Where? Why were you in here?
There is no vault terminal here.
Oh, I gotta leave a little bit.
Don't insult one's act.
Alright. Oh, get out of here. Nice. Oh, we did it. We kept our cover. Good. Okay, I hear a keycard in there, but obviously I don't need it. We're glad that guy had heat. I don't know how much heat. Maybe a lot, because there was definitely a VIP in there. Alright. We only got E left, and it's got to have the terminal. We're pretty sure there's still a cav around who may have heard that and may be coming for us.
Navigation mode. Destination.
The best... Yeah, it's going to try to path me back that way, isn't it? Okay, now it's decided to go this way. Okay, so one other thing to talk about, this is not actually the very next game. Game 2 is not the very next game after Game 1. Usually it is, actually, but this time it's not, because I did about, I think, 2 in between, and the decision I have come to is this passive isn't really worth losing the damage for. Your uptime's great, you never... don't have your expertise, but as you can see here in Deceive, this is just a Deceive thing. There's a lot of downtime, right? We just walk from point to point, and then there's some fights. Sometimes you have a lot of back-to-back-to-back fights where it would be nice to have this, but most of the time and in most games, there's kind of a fight, downtime, right? And that downtime's when your expertise can recharge, and if you're having difficulty with that,
Vault terminal
you have
destination reached.
like the expertise cooldown chip you can apply that's going to make that
Vault
worse,
terminal
and you're not
deactivated.
going to lose,
You are getting
you know,
closer.
4 damage for that. And 4 damage is a lot. Like 4 out of 18 is, I think, somewhere between a fifth and a quarter. So, like, that's a significant damage change,
Convenience.
losing 4. So I think between the first game and then 2 games that happened between these two, and then this one, the uptime's great, but I don't think the uptime was as big an issue as it could have been, or could be, I guess. Or it's not consistently an issue. So, yeah, I think take the trace, take the plus 4 damage, and again, the trace has its own value in the fact that it's a trace, right? So even if, you know, even if even without the extra
What are you
damage,
cooking?
trace itself is valuable. So I think that's my, I don't know, so what solution? Not solution. Words, can't think. That's my result, my decision. I would rather just have passive 1, I think, is what. But I'm glad I tried, you know, everything's worth a try. I gotta figure out for myself how everything works and if this was going to be better. I think overall this passive, having now decided that I don't like it on this build, isn't for me in solos. I don't see it having a spot. You don't really need, you know, your cooldowns back as fast in solos, I assume. I don't have any experience with outside of solos. That might be a player. It's not.
Rival agent detection mode.
No players. Got it. So, yeah, I think that's. I don't think this passive 3. This is the one I've been trying to talk about the whole time. Is really worth it. I think most situations I would just rather have the other 2. Because like if it wasn't going to be the one I wanted here, I don't think it's going to be the one I wanted for any of the other weapons either. We already talked about how just the... Ooh, there's the Chavez, and... This is not smart, but we're doing it. It's another Sasori? Where's the Chavez under me? Shoot, I was hoping not to get caught here. We're not out of line of sight. Well, we were, but like they follow you a little bit. Duck behind this thing, it's fine. Maybe? Come on, yeah. We got out, but the technician was like, nah. And we can't fight these guys with these people on our back. Hopefully they fight each other, actually. Seems like they are. Oh, we're in some trouble now, for sure. This has gone from bad to worse very quickly. I need to get cover back. Okay, stop yelling at me. This guard is on a rampage.
Intel depleting rapidly.
Come on, I'm meleeing. You guys are scared. That's how this relationship works. Are you a player? You're not. I'm gonna change disguises. Yay, okay. We didn't lose too much ammo. What we did lose was a whole lot of time and intel. There is a fight going on now, which is good for us, but I don't have the health to do anything about it. Though... Come on. You jump? You did.
Rival agent detection mode.
Okay, we handled that.
Rival
And who's
agent
left?
detection
Alright.
mode started.
No one's immediately in here. This has been weird. Not what I was going for.
Should have brought it back.
But, you know. Yeah, we adapt. That's what separates the good players from the great players, right? We adapt it. Anyone can make a plan. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking because it's gonna make me sound overly cocky.
Chop, chop.
Activating rival agent detection mode.
Alright, this is Sasori Weapon 2. We saw it when we hit him across the map last time, which means we actually don't want to take a close range fight. So I'm actually not going to... Oh, door said no. I'm gonna break the shield if I can. And again, keep the fight at the range so we can't... A lot of Sasori Weapon 2 users try to all in with the sword, and if you just stay at a sword range, they don't really know what to do. So he had enough time to throw one thing of kunais at us, and the kunais actually do a lot of damage. Don't be like that guy. Make sure you actually use your kunais. And yeah, I don't know if he just didn't think of it, didn't have time, or was just like, I need the sword. But make sure you use your kunais, because they are very strong. They can hit up to 80 damage to the head, which is a whole lot. Anyway, that's our full discussion, more than anything else, on this passive. I do love the weapon. I think this is maybe that we've done some other tests on if I like the vial better, the bomb. But yeah, I settled on this expertise for this with this passive, and I think I've discovered that this isn't the passive for me, for this build. So do comment on your thoughts, and like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe for daily Deceive Inc content like this, and I will see you guys in the next one.